Hello, hello. It is November 3rd. My name is Sarah Frills. I will get straight into it because we have some serious stuff to talk about today. Um, Julian Assange, there is a current serious threat regarding his safety and his freedom. He has been detained for 8 years, 6 of which he has spent as a political refugee in Ecuador's embassy in London. Unity for J movement is a really great grassroots movement to show solidarity support for Julian Assange, created in response to Ecuador's gagging of the publisher. Unity for J has been endorsed by more than 50 high-profile activists, journalists, celebrities, academics, and former U.S. intelligence officials, including Chris Hedges, Jimmy Dore, Ray McGovern, Bill Binney, and David Ellsberg. Here's the information right here. I'll also put it below in the comments because I really want you guys to check this out. They also have a Discord channel, Unity for J. I think you can find it on their website right here, unityforj.com. Okay, so the story. October 29th, Assange's residence was broken into. I believe it was a window. They confirmed to Dawson. Dawson is one of the leaders of the Unity for J movement. She is very credible. She's very reliable. She's very genuine. She is very hardworking, and she's legit, you know. So I trust the information that comes out of their circle. Julian Assange was awoken early in the early morning hours by the break-in attempt. They confirmed to Dawson that the attempt was to enter a front window of the embassy. A booby trap Assange had set up woke him, the lawyer said. I mean, as scary as it sounds, it's really kind of awesome though. But it shows you, I think it shows that all of us, what mindset he's in, that he's having to booby trap his windows. He's obviously not safe. He doesn't feel safe. And I can only imagine how horrible that feels, to be looking over your shoulder and booby trapping your windows, Scaffolding has appeared against the embassy building, which obscures the embassy's security cameras, lawyers say. So let me take a look. Okay, so this is where he normally comes out, and I think that's why they may have done this. Now, what I'm about to reference, they're referencing, I believe, right here, and I don't know what the third device is. We'll go back. Okay. Okay, later on in the day, Sean O'Brien, a lecturer at Yale University, who is a cyber security expert, he was able to walk through the front doors with no security. The door was left open, no security detail. Someone from the embassy emerged to tell him to send an email to set up an appointment. After emailing the embassy, personnel inside refused to check whether it had been received or not. So clearly, he's truly all alone in there, and that's pretty dangerous. Think of all the corrupt people that he's exposed. He did that for us, he didn't do that for any other intentions other than just, getting the truth out. O'Brien then noticed more scaffolding erected and observed the devices which he photographed. Though a security expert, O'Brien said he could not identify what the devices are. Never seen anything quite like this. I take photos of surveillance equipment often. He describes the devices, and the combination of the obscuring of the street-facing surveillance cameras and the installation of surveillance equipment pointed into the embassy is very alarming. Clearly, the Ecuadorian government had to have given permission to do this. The break-in attempt occurred on the morning that Assange was, this is what I was looking for, that Assange was due to testify via video link to a court in Quito, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, regarding Assange's condition of asylum. Technical problems interrupted Assange's testimony. The court ruled against his lawyer's petition for Assange for protection. So, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? Like the DNC fraud lawsuit. Someone broke in. They were scared and asked for the court to give protection. And no protection. You don't get protection when you go up against people as corrupt as Hillary Clinton. That's very clear. So the only protection he has is us. So keep speaking out, protest, create media, showing support for Assange. It's vital right now. He's been in the embassy since 2012. Assange and his lawyers fear that if he is detained by British authorities, he would be extradited to the United States, where they believe there is a sealed indictment against him, possibly on espionage charges for simply publishing classified documents that have not been he's not even been accused of stealing. So, this article was written by Joe Loria. You can donate here. Again, I'll put the link below. Let's go to the next story. If I can find it. I have to go back to Discord. See, I use Discord as well. Here we go. This is what I want to talk about. Okay, Gilliam intern arrested in Florida for battery. Okay. I've already watched this video, but an intern for Andrew Gillum, the Florida Democratic candidate, has been arrested and subsequently charged with battery after she threw a chocolate milk on a group of college Republicans at Florida State University's Tallahassee campus. Okay. It's frozen a little bit. Give me a moment. Okay. This woman, her name is Shelby Shoop. Shelby Shoop. Saying that 10 times quick. Shelby Shoop. Okay. Computer's wigging out. Hold on. Because I have so many freaking tabs. Because people will send me a link and then I'm like, okay, I can't read it right now, but I'll pull it up. This, well, the screen's catching up. This is a perfect example of the result of what the Democratic Party provides to their base. They manipulate, they incite violence, they incite rage and hate, and this is a perfect example of it. And I think these people are only making it even harder to confront the GOP and the Trump base because of the fact that they're getting farther and farther from a rational discussion. So that's another aspect of the DNC fraud that we pride ourselves on, that we are uniting people without political parties, uniting them without the gaslighting that the DNC and the GOP provide to their base. We don't, we feel like we need to unite people and get them to understand where the other person's coming from rather than lashing out. And that's what the DNC provides. So, they're kind of self-sabotaging, but okay, this is what she said. She said, "You are supporting Nazis," Shoop said in the video. Do you understand that? She said, "Yeah." Okay, he said, and you're supporting communism? Yeah, I fucking am. Don't pour your coffee on me, he said. But Shoop said, "Fuck you, I will," and she did it. So he clearly, I guess he gave her the idea that that's not his fault, or whoever it was that they might not be able to hear it. want to. You see how she has no argument? Okay, and this is the issue here. This is what we need to put a stop to, by showing a better way to be, showing a better way to create a dialogue with people. And they're gonna lash out at you, and they're gonna, overreact, and they're gonna take the argument to another level, and rather than having a calm discussion and understanding where the other person's coming from. These people, they immediately go into the conversation saying that you don't have the right to speak like I do because I'm emotionally upset, and that's their narrative. um, as she ran off, she kicked a DeSantis sign out of the ground. See, these people, not just the leadership of the Democratic Party, but the base of the Democratic Party, they don't respect opposition. They don't think that people have the right to oppose the Democratic Party, when in fact we absolutely do. However, we want to show opposition to corruption. That's our right, and they don't respect that, So um, they'll learn, I guess. So many court court cases. We'll see. Let's see. Let me read what's happening here. The FSU College Republicans called it an alarming display of the extremely charged political environment that has arisen in recent months and years. And I agree, the Democratic Party has worked tirelessly to divide and confuse and manipulate and lie. They lie. They lie to their base. They lie to the media, and the media, regurgitates it to these people. And, I think a good judgment of how far gone these people are is the fact that they believe all the corruption within our government is Trump's fault. And that shows how far gone these people really are, how they are not even, they call themselves woke, but they're not woke. If you're still voting, especially for one of the duopoly parties, you're not woke. Okay? You're not. Now, I respect my fellow Americans' right to vote for GOP if they feel that that's what they really have to do. But, I'm straight up telling you, supporting the GOP or the DNC will see, not the change that we really need. We need a full, clean sweep. But regardless, we have to condemn this type of behavior. This is actually the more mild of what I've seen. I've seen people, get roundhouse kicked in the face. I've seen people get ran over, and the Democratic Party has done everything they can to distract and deflect and project, and they just do that on repeat. So we just have to do something, do better than them. Like, for instance, the mainstream media, they produce regurgitated false narratives. So we have to just constantly produce accurate and information and news that break the status quo, break the narrative, kind of put a more realistic spin on things, and uniting people without political parties, because these political parties, I mean, you see how they're manipulating people. This is not 100% her fault. I mean, there's no real communication skills here, and clearly she's got some issues that she needs some meditation. I mean, I will give it up to these guys though, because they remain very calm with her, and you don't see that a lot. So I think that's another reason why Trump's base is gathering support for the GOP, um, at least temporarily, because of the fact that they're remaining so professional and courteous, in despite of all this hatred shown to them. They're showing, hey, we believe in something, and we're going to keep believing in something, despite the violence and the hatred you push towards us. And good for them. See, they tried to show some sympathy towards what she was saying. They tried to listen to her, and she didn't believe them. She didn't believe them, and you know why she didn't believe them? Because her leaders, the people that guide her, are guiding her extremely poorly. You know, they're not. It's one thing to have an opinion, it's another to not be able to listen to somebody else that shows opposition. You've got to listen to the opposition. It not only helps you grow as a person, but it helps you, decide what you really believe in and what you really, support. Okay, here's one more link associated with this. Hold on. So she actually was arrested, it says. Yeah, we just have to do better. We have to do better um, than the kind of attitude and the rhetoric that these people spew out. They spew hate. They don't. They don't care about honesty or truth or justice. These people don't care about Assange. They don't care about anything else other than their own agenda or the DNC's agenda. So please check out Unity for Jay and the Free Assange movement. Check updates on him every day. Connect with their Discord chat. Find out how you can help out. Donate. Just do whatever you can. Do whatever you can to speak up. Like I personally, I love to go through Podesta emails and try and transform those into memes and graphics. Do videos about them. However you're comfortable speaking out. If you're uncomfortable with being in front of a camera, just download this program called OBS. It's free. It's what I use. If you are interested in wanting to make memes, you can contact me. You can find me at Real. Pull it up. Real Sarah Reels. Yeah. So please stand up for free speech. Please keep sharing information regarding Julian Assange. We have to keep speaking out. Take this message to your town locally. I've gone out before and printed out information from the Unity for J and the free Julian Assange websites and created my own little document, printed it out, put them in little page protectors and taped them to poles around my neighborhood and my city, and that'll protect it in the weather. So if you have a rainy part of the state, then it keeps it up on the pole longer. Just do whatever you can. Speak out. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to hear more and see more, you can subscribe to us at Voices of Dissent on YouTube. Oh, I will also be Live streaming tonight with Deb Della Piana. We're going to talk about obstruct the vote. We believe that our best strategy to stop government corruption on both sides of the aisle is to refuse to vote. Deb advocates a lot. She says it so brilliantly. She says it so much better than I do. That these corporations, these corrupt people that own these companies that buy our government, that do pay to play and do under the table deals, and God knows what else. They buy these candidates. They invest their money. These celebrities, they invest their money in these Democratic candidates so they can have special favors and fame and publicity, and just the overall overall, we have to get money out of politics. And these people spend all their money on these candidates. So what we need to do is continually try and pull people away from voting, away from legitimizing rigged elections. And what I want to do is I want to see these people go broke. I want to see them waste their money on elections, because ultimately, if you're donating to elections, you're wasting your money. Unless you're doing backroom deals with Hillary Clinton, you're not really getting representation in our elections. So it's time to give it up. It's time to let go. It's time to withdraw. It's time to become ungovernable, and that's a big aspect of what Deb Della Piana encourages. And I'm really right on with her. I really believe that's where we need to go. And until next time, everybody.